Hi everyone, it's Kristen here from the Dahlia Sewciety. Hopefully I've got plenty of sewing inspiration for you guys today. I have made a couple of new things to add to the wardrobe and I can't wait to share them with you. If you enjoyed today's episode, I would love it if you could consider subscribing if you haven't already, and also turn on that bell, and a thumbs up would be greatly appreciated, but I'm sure most of you already know that. I firstly want to say, before I get stuck into these new additions to the wardrobe, a massive thank you. I cannot believe we sold out of those quilted block printed fabrics that we had in last week. Pretty much in about 2 hours, they were completely gone. So I know I had a lot of disappointed customers, but I wanted to say that we are producing more at the moment. I've got on texted my supplier and said we need more of these fabrics because they are so popular. So there are a couple more on their way, hopefully this week. We're going to be restocking a couple of the other ones. One I couldn't get, and we'll also be getting a couple of new quilted block prints to add to that collection as well. So wow, I did not realize how many of you were going to be jumping on them, and I've got to say I probably should have known, because from past experience, quilted fabrics that what I've been after have been really hard to find. I'm pretty picky with what I want to be wearing as a coat or jacket. So I've got to say, when I chose those, I chose that in mind, that I wanted something to make an impact and a statement. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys feel that way. Sometimes there's things lacking, and when you know you're looking yourself and you don't have luck, that's when I just thought we've got to bring something to the store, because there are so many beautiful quilted jacket patterns around. And so hopefully you've started receiving them in the mail. So yeah, so wonderful to see. So there's more on their way. So don't forget, pop your name on the wait list if you're wanting one of those sold out block print quilted fabrics, and I will do my best to get some more. I have really been enjoying doing some sewing this week. It's been a while since I've had no agenda or no box to sew for, no certain pattern I had to have done or a pattern test. I wanted to sew things that I needed for the wardrobe, and yeah, just take my time and kind of sew whatever had inspired me maybe on that day. So firstly, I wanted to sew a couple of shirts, and I've got favorite patterns that I just can't go past. Every time I look for something different, I keep going back to my favorites, and I don't think there should be any shame in pattern repeating. If you've got favorite patterns that you love, make yourself half a dozen. If it's something that you love wearing and you know that a beautiful fabric will just do it justice, yeah, go ahead and make yourself lots, because that's what you'll end up reaching for in the wardrobe. And from past experience, I know certain patterns I've just worn so much and I can do so much with for all seasons. So I'm going to take you through my new makes, and I'm also going to be unboxing the beautiful box we had, the Woodland retreat that was sent out last week, week before now, launched the week before, and I know most of you will have received them. I have got a lot of beautiful emails letting me know how much you loved that box. So if you haven't unboxed yet, maybe turn off before I start talking about that make, but I'm pretty sure most of you have got that. Talking about boxes, of course, we've got our release. Fingers crossed Sunday night. I'll make sure that I email you all and let you know ahead of time. Pretty sure they're going to be released Sunday night, 7 p.m. That's our beautiful Belladonna tribute to Stevie Nicks, the Boho Queen box. Can't wait to get these out, because yeah, we are so excited. But yeah, very limited numbers. I really hope you manage to get one of them. But if you don't, we are still having a box for the month of August, and I think that will be on the 3rd Sunday of August. So we're kind of pushing in a deluxe box for winter before winter ends. It's a beautiful day here today, I've got to say. The weather's gorgeous. It's sunny, it's crisp, it's about 13 degrees, a little bit chilly, but lovely and sunny. And I think the sunshine just makes you feel so much better. It's been a bit gloomy for a while. So yeah, I'm enjoying a bit of sunshine. So okay, I'm going to talk about what I've made. So I have got favorite patterns, and of course you guys all know the Ocean Daze oversized shirt from Pattern Emporium is one of my favorite patterns of all time, because I've made, I think this is 4 or 5 now, and I love this Italia jupe fabric. It is stunning, and I wanted to make a beautiful floaty shirt. Everyone asks me, what do I do as far as adjusting the pattern? I've got to say, the only thing I do was a couple of things. I make the pattern a size down from what I am. So I size down because they're quite oversized. So I make a 14. I'm normally around a 16 in knit patterns for Pattern Emporium, depending what it is. If it's a form-fitting dress, 16 to 18. If it's something like a t-shirt, I'll make 14 to 16. This kind of thing, the 16 was a lot more oversized, so especially for around my shoulders, I think it's a bit too big, so the 14 is what I make. And the only other adjustment I make is the sleeve. I love an elastic sleeve, as you can tell. I take the cuff off and I lengthen the sleeve on the pattern just a tad, because normally I shorten the sleeves, but if I'm doing elastic, I will basically cut out the pattern as it is, but once it gets to like the elbow part, I will flare it out slightly and then round the hem. That gives a really nice kind of balloon effect. So when you make your casing, which is just turning over your edge, I overlock first, turn the edge over and sew my elastic in there, and it's the perfect length for when it's nice, you know, nice and billowy, and I can pull them up. If I'm doing some dishes or whatever, I can pull them up and they'll be out of my way. I love the look of a cuff, but it's not as practical as this for me. I just find it's a bit of a cheat. It's actually a lot easier just so you can have this sewn up in a matter of hours. You can make this in the plain collar, which is, would say like a camp style open collar, which I've done before, or you can make it in the collar and stand style. I'd say the collar and stand style is a more traditional collar. The thing I love about this, you know, viscose is that beautiful, floaty, breezy, and look, I put some beautiful pigeon wishes buttons on there, tones in really nicely with the fabric. And then for summertime, I can wear it open over a tank. You can lengthen that. You can make it into a shirt dress, which is so practical. You've got the option of the curved hem with the little side splits or the straight across hem. I've made it before in linen. I've made it in viscose, and I've made it in cotton, but I've got to say viscose is my favourite way to wear it. It just feels floaty. I have a couple of really lovely waterfall style cardigans that I wear over the top, and I just love that layery, floaty, easy feeling over a pair of jeans, or yeah, it's just my practical go-to outfit. I find also that it's not only is it comfortable, but it looks really stylish too. You can pop on a little pair of trainers or a pair of boots. You could easily cinch that in with a really nice belt and make an impact with a really lovely large print like that Italia jupe. So I think the colours in that are stunning. I'll put some pics up so you can see. You haven't made one of Kate's shirt patterns, you are missing out. She has the best instructions to follow. You've got pics there. It is a hold your hand style walkthrough of pattern shirt making. So definitely consider either the easy fit style shirt is another fabulous pattern from Pattern Emporium. It is more of a fitted bodice style shirt. You can can certainly oversize if you want to size up. And it has got the more fitted shoulder, not the drop shoulder. I really like the oversized drop shoulder. I know a lot of people tend to say it's too large on me, it swamps me, but I think if you choose the right pattern and maybe size down, you'll get that nice floaty kind of effect, especially with a floaty fabric. It really depends on your fabric choices. You'll get a more structured look with a cotton or a linen, but with a viscose, like a really nice quality viscose like this, it does wonders for the pattern. So yeah, how cute are the pigeon wishes buttons? I love the fact that you've got the little colours, speckles in there, so you can pick up on so many different coloured prints, and it doesn't look too much. I think it blends in really nicely. I wear mine undone. I sort of look at the pattern placket layout of the buttons, and then I tweak it and make my own mind up as well, because I like that button undone there, and it's just buttoned up just above the cleavage, not too low, but you can modify that. And I've got one of those buttonhole, the flexi button. I'll put a pic in so you can see what I mean. They are fabulous if you haven't got one of those in the sewing desk. think about getting one. They're fabulous. So I'm going to have new fabric arrivals this week, and a brand new thing in the store I want to talk about is our mini steam iron from Prim. I'm going to give you a run through of that when I do that new arrivals at the end of the week, but that's a really exciting. But yeah, it really helps when you have all those little gadgets that work well, don't take up a lot of room either. So that is my oversized Ocean Daze shirt from Pattern Emporium, and I do have links for everything I've talked about. This one is an affiliate link, so it does help give a little bit of commission, which helps the channel, and so thanks if a lot of you have purchased through that in the past. Really appreciate it. Also on my website I do have a page with all my Pattern Emporium makes, and I need to add these on there. I haven't done that yet. And you can go back and see through the years what I've made from Pattern Emporium, what I've loved making. And they are the patterns I go back to time and time again. I think I just like the fit of them. They fit my body really well. I love the instructions. Mostly I like how wearable they are. I think every time Pattern Emporium comes out with a pattern, I just put my hand up and go, that's what I've been looking for, but I haven't known that I've needed it. It's really weird. It's like an ESP thing. I always say to Kate, how do you know what I'm looking for before I know? So it's a fabulous pattern. If you prefer not to do PDF patterns and you don't want to be sticking together your A4 pieces, don't forget we can print your A0 patterns out here in the store. Head over to the website, you'll see the A0 printing page. You can click on that and upload your A0 patterns, and we are happy to send those out to you anywhere worldwide. We've got shipping worldwide, but we do have really nice cardboard envelopes. We put them in so that you can keep them, and what I do is I print out the picture of the pattern, maybe the pattern envelope on the front, stick it to the front, so that way I know it's all organised and I can find it easier. On the weekend I had a massive cull. I went through all my old PDF patterns. I had a huge clean out, and I had to make the decision to clear out ones that I wasn't going to make again, ones that I didn't enjoy making or wearing. There's not many of them. There's so many I love. I had put all my Pattern Emporium patterns together on a shelf. They've got a shelf of their own because I think that's the one I have the most of. And then I would say the next would be Style Arc patterns and Sewciety patterns, followed closely by Closet Core, Friday Pattern Company, Sew House 7. Had quite a few Fibre Mood ones there. And yeah, it's amazing when you do it by category and you start seeing, oh, they're my favourite patterns that I love to wear and make the most. That pattern company is the one that I like the pants best, or the shirts best, or maybe it's the block they use. Yeah, it's really, really interesting to see what you gravitate towards after maybe 5 years of having those patterns in the stash. But had a massive cleanup and felt really good after that, because I think that if you're like me and you collect patterns over the years, PDFs, and they just mount up and it can become quite a huge mess. So it was really lovely to get some organisation done there. This is the second top I made, and I was nearly going to make another Ocean Daze shirt, and I thought, no, I'll make something different, but something that I've made before, because this beautiful Lise Taylor Borealis fabric, I didn't want to risk on something I hadn't made before. I wanted to be kind of confident that I wasn't going to waste the fabric. So I went through the patterns the other day, like I said, organising them all, making sure the covers are all nice, because a lot of them were a bit ripped, and I reprinted them. And I saw the Pattern Emporium shoreline top, which I made back at Christmas time. Last time I made it was in an Indian block print cotton fabric. I made the short sleeve and the V-neck option. Mum actually made herself black, I think the tiger print, Indian block print as well. She did the round neck. And I started looking through, as you do, you go to the pattern on the website and look through all the tester photos, and I thought, that's right, it comes in the long sleeve option. Why had I not thought about making another one? And I looked at the pics and I thought, that's exactly what I'm after. Another nice floaty loose blouse with a long sleeve. And this one has just got the straight across sleeve, but really, really nice and billowy with the elastic. And you've got, of course, your drop shoulder. You've got that really nice yoke seam line there across the front. You do the nice stitch down facings. It was just a breeze to sew up. And of course you've got the curved hem, and it was just fantastic to see it made in a viscose after I'd done it in cotton. It gave it a totally different look again, that more of a drapey feel. But I am so thrilled with it. I think there may be quite a few more of these shoreline tops coming. I also love the look of the pic where Mel is wearing it in a shirt dress style look. I think that looks fantastic with a belt. So it could even be an option to do a shirt dress. But again, this time I used the Wicked Pigeon Wishes buttons, which we do have in stock, and they're a beautiful green, and it picks up the Borealis colour. And you'll see, it's very hard to see, but there's a seam line going across here. And you don't see it as well with a print. It does get a little bit hidden, but it gives a really nice shape on the bodice. So definitely loved the shoreline. I would like to make another one now that I've got these two beautiful blouses, but I didn't realise how many things I had in the cupboard that will go back with these prints. I've got lots of green, I've got purple and cardigans, I've got a pinky colour, a rust colour, and the same with that Italian dupe fabric. I've got the plums. There's heaps I can pair back with it. So it's really nice when you have a print that you know you can pick up things that are in the wardrobe. But very happy. I'll put some pics of the shoreline so you can see. See, it's very different with the round neck. Last time I made it was with the V-neck, but really happy. If you want to show those stitch line, seam lines off, of course a plain fabric will really show that all off, but to me I just wanted something that had a really nice shape for this fabric, so very happy with how that turned out. I'm going to talk a bit about the Woodland retreat box. So if you haven't opened, I suggest turning off now and I'll see you all later. But if you'd like to see what was inside the box, I'm going to take you on a run through. Okay, so firstly, fabric was a beautiful viscose blend knit jersey, and of course we had 2 knits in a row the last 2 months. I think a lot of people were loving that for winter here, but of course it's a mid-weight, I would say, but it's got a really nice softness and drape, and that is the beautiful kind of stitching through it, kind of like a pointelle knit fabric, but a little bit different. They reminded me of trees. I think that's where we got the idea of the trees from. This was a Sinclair pattern, and it's the Candy cardigan, and it is a pattern I've had printed out about 3 years ago now and never made it. But again, I love a waterfall style cardigan. I like that drapey floatiness at the front. It's a fabulous one to wear. I added the cuffs on there, and it is quite a lot of fabric at the front. You'll see the curve, the way it's been cut on the curve, and that gives you that nice draped effect. But a fabulous, very easy cardigan to make. And of course you can either zigzag or twin stitch the edges, which I think a twin stitch is what I did, but is one you can have made up really quickly. A fabulous kind of shawl style neckline as well there. So these ones had the tags you guys had were the made in the mountains. Mine's got made in the country. These are the Sarah Hart's labels, so really cute. Inside the box we had some beautiful treats. We had a gorgeous little cross stitch deer, and the deer was the theme of the box. We wanted to think about a getaway and a wellness retreat, or somewhere that you could get away into the woodland, relax and unwind. And we had a beautiful centre tree in there, which was the heated eye mask from Lula. And the Lula company is an Aussie company owned by 2 sisters, and they have the most beautiful self-warming healing eye masks. You just rip them open, pop them over the eyes, and they heat up instantly. And I think they last about half an hour, and I actually use a weighted eye mask over the top of mine, and it really helps when you have eye strain and things like that. So she's using a lot of phones and computers, we have a late night and get that pain behind the eye. Sometimes it's nice to have a warming eye mask. So we thought we'd use something a little bit different. We're trying to keep up with different ideas to keep you all guessing. So loved that. The beverage, of course, was a good old iconic Milo, but this time it was a mocha Milo, so something a little bit different, and a lot of you loved that. We had our favourite Byron Bay cookies, and this month they were a little bit of the healthier alternative. They were a chia seed blueberry cookie, which mine's been demolished already because I love those Byron Bay cookies. And you had your thread. It just came together beautifully with that Sarah Hart's Made in the Mountains label and the beautiful card Phoebe designed as well. I have been getting her to do all my card designing, and she is loving that. That's her thing. So yeah, I love giving her that creative freedom there. So it was a beautiful box. So I hope you all enjoyed opening that. We've got all of our boxes right up until the end of the year planned out. We've got some super exciting boxes coming up. So I love to keep you all guessing. And yeah, it's really, really nice thinking those themes up and just thinking, maybe you're wondering what you guys would like. And if it's something that I love, I know that usually a lot of you will love it too, because we tend to all have the same tastes, the same things in mind that we like to wear and would like to sew with as well. So that box was a beauty for our July bespoke box. So next thing I have cut out already is my Ludo capelet. I've got the fabric cut out, the lining ready to go. I'm going to get started on that very soon. I would love to make another one of these shirts. I'm not sure if it's going to be one of these or maybe my other favorite Pattern Emporium blouse, which is the Be My Balloon sleeve blouse, which is another fabulous pattern. It's got a great sleeve. I've got to say I'm very tempted to make a shirt dress next after making a couple of shirts. I know that I won't get as much wear out of it at the moment, but maybe I'm thinking heading towards spring. I love a good shirt dress. They are really practical. Let me know in the comments below what you're all sewing this week. I'd love to hear what you're all doing. Don't forget, I'll be back at the end of the week with brand new fabrics for our store because we've had quite a bit delivered in the past few days. Lots of sewing goodies and new fabrics. So have a wonderful sewing week. Take care and we'll see you all shortly. Bye for now.